Hi everyone, today we are looking at a constant difference, age difference question. Okay, we can see that Jenica was twice as old as Alicia 4 years ago. So I teach my students to always note down that this is 4 years ago. All right, you can just bracket and you show that J is to A. What is the ratio? Twice as old, so therefore J has to be 3. Am I making sense here? Now, because it's age, right? So we write down that this is constant difference. We can also put that this is age difference. Am I making sense here? All right, now 6 years later, so 6 years later, so if I were to fast forward 6 years, J is to A's age will now become 7 is to 4. Now, because this is age, right, the difference for their age will always be the same. So we get to 2 here, and over here, the difference, we get to 3. But do you remember what I've said in my first sentence? I said that the difference must be the same, but it doesn't make sense to me, right? So I have to times 3 here, I times 3 here, and I times 3 here. I get to 9 is to 3 is to 6. For this, I will times 2, right? Why? Because I want to make difference the same. Can you understand? We get to 14 over here, 8 over here, and 6 over here. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, and then as I would, if I continue to read the next part, it says, I want you to find the ratio of Janeka's age to Alicia's age 2 years later. So we have another part that says 2 years later. Okay, now the first thing you want to understand is this, okay? Why is it that Janeka, 4 years ago, so let's imagine, okay, if I want to draw a timeline here, right? I am standing right here talking. This is me. I say 4 years ago, Janeka is how many units? How many units? 9 units, correct? This is 4 years ago. Agree so far? Same thing, I'm standing here saying, but 6 years later, Janeka will be 14 units. So this is how many units? This is how many years? 6 years. So this is 6 years later. Can you see that? So in total, how many years is that? 10 years. Why is there a 10 years gap? From 9 to 14, right? So we basically do 14 units minus 9 is equals to 5. Agree? So 5 units is actually equals to 10 years. We find 1 unit and that gives me 2 years. Make sense? Now what I want to do is I want to find 2 years later. Okay? So we are going to find out, let's find 4 years ago first. Okay? So we are going to find out Janeka's age. For Janeka's age, 4 years ago is actually 9 units. So that gives me 18 years old. So 4 years ago, she is 18 years old. Now she will be 18 plus 4, which is 22. 2 years later, she will be 22 plus another 2, and that gives me 24. Am I making sense here? So this is for Janeka's age. For Alicia, it's the same thing, right? 3 units, and that is how much? 6 years. Oh, correct? How do I get 3 units equals to 6 years? Because if 1 unit equals to 2 years, 3 units is equals to 6 years. So how old is she now? It will be 6 years old plus 4, which is equals to 10. How old is she, or how old will she be 2 years later? So we have to add 2. That gives me 12 years. Do you understand? All we need to do is simply just J is to A, 24 is to 12. Can you simplify? 2 is to 1.